Hello, this is PowerPoint number 2, where I will be answering 5 questions from the Focus on Skills section of page 240. Question number 1. Best time to visit is between November and February. The climate's a little milder with an average temperature of only 73 degrees in some areas and 57 degrees in others. So it's a nice broad little temperature difference there. Summer is actually very unpleasantly hot. Daytime temperatures can be anywhere from 113 degrees at the high to 120 degrees in some areas. It's also a really good idea to avoid business visits during Ramadan, which the exact dates of that vary each year. Question number 2, the appropriate attire. Business suit is appropriate for men. It's best to choose one in the dark color, wear it over a shirt with a tie. And although a short sleeve shirt is acceptable, it's better to go with a long sleeve dress shirt. That's what most Saudi men actually wear if they're going with a Western type dress. For women, it's preferred that they wear long dresses that cover down to the ankles, also that have long sleeves. It's also best if these dresses have a high neckline and be loose fitting. It's not good to go with form fitting in these situations. It's also appreciated if women wear a headscarf, although it's not a necessity. They don't have to. And as far as shoes and whatnot go with this, just any kind of smart business shoes is always a good choice. Question number 3. Gifts are not usually given at initial business meetings. If you are going to give a gift, it's better to hold off and wait until there's been a very strong bond that's been established. Question number 4. As far as personal questions and whatnot go, they may ask a lot of personal questions, especially about family and education, as well as some qualifications. However, the topic of religion most likely will not come up. It's best usually to avoid those types of discussions. So most Saudis will not engage in those types of discussions because faith is considered something that's very personal. It's also inappropriate when you're discussing family to ask specifically about wives or daughters. And then again, back to the faith, it's very inappropriate to basically question someone's faith, to ask them why they follow their beliefs, or asking any types of questions that may challenge their faith. Question number 5. Saudis conduct their business meetings very differently than we do over here in the United States. Meetings are often loosely scheduled around set prayer times. It's very common for them to be interrupted because of prayer, since they do pray so many times a day. It's also very commonplace for multiple people to be in the same office discussing multiple business matters at one time. Offices aren't quite as private as we have them over here in the United States. It's not common to go into someone's office and sit down with just them face to face. Saudi businessmen are not fond of discussing business deals immediately. They like to sit around actually and chit-chat and just kind of shoot the breeze a little bit with those they're having the meetings with. It's also very common for business matters to be pushed off and not to be spoken about until the Saudi businessman has a firm trust for you. And going hand in hand with that, it's very important not to rush a Saudi businessman into a business agreement or appear impatient, because they, like I said, they do like to take their time. They do like to go with things a little slower. It's not like the United States where it's about how quick can I close a deal. It's more about building trust and building a relationship first. And when you do finally get down to discussing business deals, nothing is final until both parties have parted with a verbal understanding. It's very commonplace for them to want an actual verbal agreement, not so much just a written statement. I know here in the United States we rely very heavily on written statements. more so than we do on verbal statements, but in Saudi it is very important for the verbal statement to be negative. And this does conclude my presentation. Thank you.